NeuroSky's eSense meditation parameter has too much adaptation of values after 1 to 2 minutes of very good or very weak meditation. However, free EEG meditation apps, for iOS, Android and Windows, have a new option that allows you to get reliable data of your meditation sessions of any length. Many users of the NeuroSky neurally headset noted that it is very difficult to achieve high values of the eSense meditation parameter a few minutes after the start of a successful meditation session. But, if you end such a session and immediately start a new one, then high values of NeuroSky's eSense meditation parameter immediately appear in the application, of course, provided that it is actually Samadhi Shamatha meditation. Previously, I did not pay much attention to this feature of the neurally headset, since, for example, I meditate without it much more often than with it, but when writing the book Meditation in Raja Yoga, Buddhism and Neurophysiology, a practical guide, I came to grips with the study of various features of the NeuroSky neurally headset, and also decided to take a closer look at the words from the manual. Some parts of the eSense algorithm, values of the attention, and meditation parameters, are dynamically learning, and at times employ some slow adaptive algorithms to adjust to natural fluctuations and trends of each user, accounting for and compensating for the fact that EEG in the human brain is subject to normal ranges of variance and fluctuation. Letters to the NeuroSky support service with questions about the details of adaptation remained unanswered. Among the questions were, how quickly do these algorithms adapt? In a minute, in 10 minutes, or within several sessions/switching on the neurally headset, and also how much. The meditation parameter, with values ranging from 1 to 100, of NeuroSky neurally headset was created as a result of many years of EEG studies of 14 meditation masters, among whom were Tibetan Buddhist meditation masters, and the studies themselves were similar to those conducted by Daniel Goleman and Richard Davidson. But, for some reasons, NeuroSky further complicated the algorithm for calculating the values of the meditation parameter, adding adaptation to it as a game component. If the quality of the user's meditation is low, the algorithm overestimates these values, up to plus 50 units, and if the quality is high, it lowers them, up to 70 units, or even more. This adaptation creates a playful effect of competing with oneself, with one's results in about the last minute, and also masks the basic part of the meditation parameter algorithm very much, making it very difficult to discover. Earlier, using the results of scientific researches on brain rhythms in a state of meditation, I managed to pick up an algorithm for the meditation parameter, which reliably repeats its values, based on the values of individual brain electrical rhythms in the first minute of the session, or for many minutes in a row, if the average level of values of the meditation parameter is in the middle range, within 50 to 60. This screenshot shows the high reliability of the selected formula when compared with the meditation parameter. As a result of my experiments with the neurally headset, it was possible to find out that adaptation begins after the start of each new session when threshold values are reached, below 20 to 40 or above 80, as well as keeping the internal, before limiting and applying adaptation, value of 100 and above the meditation parameter for 2 seconds or more. The average level of meditation per session also affects adaptation. In addition, at the beginning of each session there is a short-term incentive coefficient, which is valid for no more than 3.5 minutes and only until the first high, more than 80, value of the meditation parameter. This screenshot clearly shows the effect of the short-term incentive coefficient at the beginning of the session, as well as the adaptive lowering of the values of the meditation parameter at relatively high levels of meditation. A detailed description of the clarified principles of adaptation is given in Chapter 4.2 of my book, Meditation in Raja Yoga, Buddhism and Neurophysiology, a practical guide. After the end of the session and the start of a new one, the adaptation of the mind wave mobile neurally headset starts anew each time, and previous adaptations during previous sessions do not affect the current one. At the same time, it is possible that in the versions of the EEG module TGAM1 R2.9A and TGAM1 R2.9B of the Mind Wave Mobile Plus and Mind Wave Mobile 2 neurally headsets, adaptation takes into account both previous sessions and even previous switching on. Adaptation works in both directions. If in the first few seconds, or a couple of tens of seconds, of the session there were very low results, then the algorithm of the meditation parameter of the neural set can artificially increase its values. For more experienced meditators, reverse adaptation creates problems. When, at consistently high values of the meditation parameter for 1 to 2 minutes, the neural set begins to artificially lower the values of this parameter by 20 to 40 or more units. This explains why no one has yet been able to achieve more than 2.5 minutes of continuous meditation with a level that has never dropped below 80. Based on the results of the experiments, I updated my free EEG meditation applications for Windows and Android by adding the ability for the user to select a rule for determining the meditation threshold level for sound signal, the standard eSense meditation parameter from NeuroSky, or the no-leveling formula, approximate initial formula, parameter without artificial leveling and adaptations. Later, a similar function new formula was added to the iOS version of the EEG meditation application, written at my request by Alexander Locke, for which many thanks to him. An experienced meditator can achieve high values even when using the built-in NeuroSky's eSense meditation parameter, but only for 1 to 2 minutes a row. However, when using NeuroSky neural sets in meditation practice, I recommend using the no-leveling formula, or new formula parameter, which allows you to accurately determine the level of meditation with sessions of any duration, and not just during the first 1 to 2 minutes of good meditation. You can learn more about real meditation practice in Raja Yoga and Buddhism, as well as the use of neural sets in meditation practice, from my book Meditation in Raja Yoga, Buddhism and Neurophysiology, a practical guide